What's up, guys? How's everybody's day going? It's Monday morning. Right now it's 8:40. I'm recording this. Um I heard something on the radio today, man, that as a gamer, I don't get offended at all. I don't get offended, but it made me think, like, is that people's perception of gamers? And the comment, it was a string of comments. It wasn't really one comment. Um the comment was, Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out, and the radio host, he's actually a streamer on Twitch, the host on the radio. He streams on his own time, not with the radio station, whatever. He's an affiliate with Twitch. And he announced that he had spent his entire day Sunday, like 15 hours playing Red Dead Redemption 2. And someone wrote in and said, don't worry, I did the same thing. I woke up, played Red Dead Redemption 2 for 12 hours straight, and then fell asleep because I had work this morning. That was the only reason he stopped. And the other radio show, the other people on the radio show made the comment that it was weird that guy, called in and said that he had been doing that for 12 hours because they went to his Facebook page and he had a girl with him in his Facebook page. And the way I took it, and the way I'm sure like 90% of the people listening to it took it, was like, if you play video games, that girls aren't going to like you, or people that play video games don't have a personal life, or like, just nothing positive could have came out of that comment. And then they went on to talk about, there's no such things as girls that play video games, and they made some more comments like, oh, I wonder if while he was playing those games, his girlfriend went out and did stuff that girls do, or if maybe she went out and found a real man or something. And I posted on Twitter recently, because I watched this TED interview with this, I believe she was German. She did this study on adult male gamers, and come to find out 70% of dads consider themselves gamers. Whether it's, playing a casual game or they're serious about it or whatever, but 70% of dads in her study, when asked, told her that they, and again, it could be, stats are always skewed to fit whoever's trying to pass whatever they're trying to pass, but 70% of dads said they were gamers. And she went on to say that people that play high action video games like first person shooters, which I don't play, but play first person shooters and stuff, are a lot better at multitasking and doing day-to-day jobs because they can function at a higher level with stuff going on. And it's just like, is that people's perception still? Like, we're about to go into the 2019. We were supposed to have flying cars and, floating buildings and all kinds of stuff. Sorry, it's getting really freaking hot, so I gotta take off my shirt. We're supposed to have all this crazy technology. But people are still saying that gamers are lame people that can't get girlfriends and are introverts. And that's not the case for the bulk of us, man. And there's people that aren't gamers that are introverts. So, it's not, you're not an introvert because you play video games. Video games are it's just a competitive outlet, a fun outlet, something to take your mind off of reality, to help with so many different things. It's not just for people with mental problems. Sometimes it's for people that just need to relax. Go play a calm game like, Stardew Valley or Minecraft, or something that you can just get lost in the universe, and there's no like there's no stress level. Like, your only stress level is like, oh, I need to find this, but I know I'm going to find it as long as I just keep doing what I'm doing, you know? And it's crazy to me that people still have that thought process that all gamers are losers and that because they don't play video games, they're cool or whatever, you know? And it's just like, how can you think that? I don't know. I guess we could discuss that more. I'll discuss that more. And for you guys that don't know, starting this Wednesday and then every Wednesday is as far as we can go. Myself and Carl are going to be doing podcasts where we talk about, everything nerdy. And hoping we get a good turnout for that. If not, we're going to try to upload it to multiple, podcasting platforms. Try to get maximum exposure, But it blew my mind. It really did. That a radio, and after I say all this, I guess because the radio hosts, and they even said, like they spend a lot of their time when they're not on air with each other, hanging out with each other. So it could have just been them bantering back and forth. The one guy that doesn't play games as much as the guy that played Red Dead Redemption 2, just giving him a hard time as a friend, But saying it on air to however many people, and it's a big radio station here, it just kind of like made me think, like, are there really people that still think like that? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I agree. Nobody should be inside playing video games for the majority of your week, unless that's your career path. And then, even then, you have to be real with yourself. Like, I know I always tell people, chase your dreams and whatnot, but if your career path that you're trying to go for is to be a professional gamer, and every time you load up to play video games, you're losing, and you're 17, 18 years old, you got to be real with yourself. Like, is this really something that you could do at the professional capacity? I'm real with myself. That was my dream when I was younger. I really wanted to be a professional gamer, but I was better at sports. I tried to go to college for football and track. That didn't work out. I joined the Marine Corps. I still play video games. I still played video games. When I was deployed, I'd have like my, a DS with me, or, when you're in Afghanistan and it's late at night and you ain't got shit to do, instead of sitting there staring at the walls, wondering what's going to happen to you, you plug in the DS, or not plug it in, but, turn on the DS or, whatever you got with you to play some games. And we even had some like solitaire tournaments and stuff on computers. Like, it's crazy how simple a video game can be and still keep your entertainment and keep your mind off of the things that could be destroying your mind, But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this podcast. I'm looking forward to our Discord growing. I went through last night and I used Crowdfire app. If you post a lot on Twitter, as far for like advertisements and stuff like that, I don't know if there's any better software. I've done some research. I've done a decent amount of research, and Crowdfire app is the best one I found. That didn't require like crazy amounts of information that I felt was unsafe. Crowdfire did a really good job of, it allows me to schedule posts, and it doesn't just limit me to one platform. It allows me to post the same post on my Facebook page, my Twitter page, my Instagram page, if I had a LinkedIn, and it has, several other different platforms that you can post on there for. But yeah, I started going through last night, or I spent a good chunk of my day yesterday going through, and Nerdy Needs is going to start doing anime of the week, movie of the week, and game of the week. And our game, movie, and anime this week, Maple Stories 2 is the game of the week. The majority of the content that I posted for Maple Stories 2 is kind of what me and my buddies that have been playing it have been discussing about it, stuff that sticks out to us. Liar Liar, I went through and did a lot of research on like Jim Carrey and how it affected his career as an actor and stuff like that. And then anime is kind of a mix of the two because I felt like you can only go so far with anime facts, because it is fictional, it is a drawing, it is stuff like that. So a lot of it's opinionated. So I went through with a couple of facts and then a couple of opinionated statements. But yeah, stuff like that is gonna start coming out, man. We're going in the right direction. Like I said in previous vlogs, neither of us have a whole lot of free time. And with not having a whole lot of free time, there's a lot of things we want to do, and there's a lot of things we can't just because of lack of time. Like I would love to stream all day, every day through there, but I am a dad, and my kids take priority over anything else in the world. And with them playing football right now, I invest all my time into making sure not only are my kids well prepared for the football season, but their teammates. That's why I coach, to make sure. And that's not why I coach. I coach football because I love the game, and I love to spread that love for the game to these kids. But yeah, man, being a dad is a full-time job. So I use my free time to work on nerdy needs. And then not just that, but I have friends that I wouldn't say depend on me, but I mean, what's good in having a friend if they're not going to ever talk to you and not going to hang out with you? So I mean, I have friends that I try to fit time in for and stuff like that. And some friends, man, and it's like I feel bad because people like Twan Dizzle, I consider him one of my best online friends, man. And if he was near here, I would go hang out with him on the weekends every once in a while. I would drive a couple hours every weekend to go hang out with him. But unfortunately, him being a gamer, and being on the other side of the country, our timelines don't always match up, and sometimes we go days without even saying what's up to each other, and that's unfortunate. But I hope my online gaming friends know that, I miss you guys. I want to spend more time with you. But real life, and the same thing I said when I was streaming, and the same thing a lot of you guys said to me while I was streaming, and I would apologize that I couldn't stream this day or whatever. A lot of you would say back to me, real life shit comes over online stuff. And some of my online friends, man, I consider better friends than 90% of the people I know in real life. And that's another reason to play video games, and nothing to do with being an introvert and none of that stuff we talked about earlier. But like sometimes it's easier to have online friends. You find cooler people because you're not limited to the people you can find around you. You're not limited to the people you can find in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state. You can literally talk to people from anywhere in this country, anywhere in this world, not just the country, anywhere in the world, So there's a lot of positives that come out of gamers, man. I wish everybody would stop focusing on the negative things. I don't recommend playing as much games as a lot of people do, but I mean, playing 20 hours a week could be good for you, man. If you don't have a whole lot of friends in real life, 40 hours a week could be good for you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I wish people would stop being such like narrow-minded bigots, man. And it's not to get in, I'm not going to get into a political or religious or racial debate or anything with you guys. It extends further than race, religion, sex, creed, whatever. It extends more than that, man. Like, I'm a jock and a gamer. I consider myself a nerd and a jock, right? I cannot mix the two communities because both communities have this stereotype that they chalk these two people into, and they think if you're a jock that you don't play video games, you don't talk to anybody that's not a jock, you don't do this, you don't do that, and everybody looks at nerds the same way. Like, if you're a nerd, you have social anxiety and you have social disorders and stuff like that. And I'm not saying those two things aren't true in some situations, but don't make the assumption. Give everybody a chance, man. The old adage, don't judge a book by its cover. Give the person a chance, man. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and end today, and we'll definitely be back tomorrow with some good stuff, man. So yeah, until tomorrow, Arrivederci.